It's time.
Shit. TW is indeed live, but we got about 40 minutes, give or take, till kickoff. So, we got a little while. 38 minutes, 57 seconds. So, how's everybody doing today? This is SFS Gaming, where we're streaming for Sammy. I'm Buck. What's up, motherfuckers? I'm just getting the cuss words out right away. It's a slow day, so I'm not going to be going too crazy or streaming for too long. Oh no! Attacks aren't live yet. I would be on the main account if they were. Well, I'd be waiting for the bosses of my main account to tell us what we can hit and what we can't. Yeah. Did you see in Marvel Strike Force? Did you see my my war defense? Bones just told me, "Hey, grab an open spot, put some defense." So I put it down, and it promptly got moved to the bridge, where I think it's probably going to live for a long time. I don't think our bridge is going to get taken out in Alliance War anytime soon. And I could make it even better if I needed to. It's nice. Like, I'm already feeling so much like more relaxed about MSF since making the switch, which is what I wanted. Not that we were getting a whole lot of like active pressure in my old alliance, but it was enough passive pressure where it's just like, get the new guys, get them up and running, and do it now, and blah blah blah. And it's just like, if I can't earn it for free right now, I'm not spending money. I mean, you guys might not understand, but we got this thing called GL Ahsoka Tano coming our way in this game that I actually really, really, really care about. So, can't really be buying $100 characters. At least not in 2 games, right? So, I haven't really been babysitting this account like I used to. I used to make sure I got my payouts and stuff like that every night, and lately it's just kind of fallen off, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why. I think it might have to do with what time my Nice. I mean, I don't imagine I'm going to be attacking any of the front walls over here, but I mean, there's always a chance. But I really need to start knocking off tiers here where I can. Start making progress. Like, I tried the Wampa node, and I think the problem was this. I think I needed to be able to put this on, and I didn't have it ready. And I need to get CLS up. Oh, yeah. I mean, how many GLs, though? Like, are we talking about a ton, or are we talking about they've got, like, 5? On my main account, the guild that we're going up against only signed up with 35 people. It's the biggest sandbag we've ever seen. But that means they've only got 35 people, whereas we're in the 40s. Five. Well, I guess it's going to depend on how many they put down on D and how many they bring on O. But yeah, 35. A 35 wall in a 560 million GP guild is what we're going up against. So we have them outmanned. I don't know if we have them outgunned, but we have them outmanned. Yeah, that's the biggest sandbag we've ever seen. I don't know. I haven't looked to see what the normal GP of the guild we're facing is, but for them to nerf down to, I think our signed up is somewhere in like the 530 range. For them to be all the way down there with only 35 people is nuts. So we'll have some excitement. We'll have some excitement to deal with a little bit later on. What do we got for events today? Nothing that I can do. But tomorrow. We get Duel of the Fates tomorrow. That's outstanding. I have been putting in some work on these guys. Not a lot of work, but some work. What am I doing? Where are the guys? I'm getting to the right tab, asshole. You know, a couple of stars, a little bit of gear, some mods, you know. We'll see how it goes. One of each JMK, JMLNC, and 2 SOKRs. Well, I mean, you either bring it out all on offense, you put it all on defense. There's not much point in splitting up that few GLs. Good Lord. So many Discord messages. We got a lot of testing going on, a lot of counter testing. So there's a lot of theory crafting going on in my guild Discord. Oh, why do I feel like I'm falling through this chair? So yeah, I'll be able to try Duel of the Fates with at least get a couple of tiers done, which, you know, we brought up. It's an assault bout. Oh shit, maybe I should mod this guy, huh? What does he normally want? Speed and health, I think. I mean, I probably, hopefully, would have caught on to the fact that he needed mods tomorrow, and I'm like, why is he sucking? But it's also not a guarantee. Might have to steal a speed mod from somebody. Maybe we have... Oh, we do. We have a prot circle. I mean, with a little bit of speed on it, it's better than nothing. We'll just slap that there. And then, what do we need? Health. Surely we do. Surely we do. There we go. So yeah, that assault battle tomorrow more or less be pretty should be a pretty good payday for the accounts. Hopefully, I can do the first couple of tiers, get some more shards, get some credits. It'd be really nice if I could get some ship credits. I have so much crap to do with my ships. Oh, that's only I didn't notice that was a 4 diamond. Well, that's shitty. I guess I have a 5 dot on Bosky Poo. The 4 dot's not going to make that much of a difference. Pretty fast freaking character, though, I'll tell you that. He's got some decent natural speed. I do enjoy that about Qui-Gon. What I don't enjoy about this character is only one thing, and it's very, very minor. It's such a small little bitch that it's almost not even worth bringing up. But I'm going to bring it up, and I'm just going to do it here to show you what I'm talking about. I mean, we don't have quad mace. We'll just like, yeah, sure, that's great. Hopefully I'll get to make a move with him so I can show you what bothers me about him. It's this. I hate that he lights and he ignites his lightsaber, does his move, and then turns it off. And then this is a constant sound of the lightsaber turning on and turning off and turning on and turning off. It's such a nitpicky fucking thing to fucking gripe about, and I don't know why it bothers me, but yeah, it does. It's the only thing I don't enjoy. So, yeah, we're just chilling. Just chilling. It's very much a fall day here today. Cloudy, cool, rainy. So, our biggest hope on days like this is Mr. Samuel comes home from school in the same clothes we sent him to. Or send him to school in, because when it's wet and rainy and if they let him go outside and he decides to go on the slide and land in a mud puddle, which does and will happen, yeah, it can be an adventure. Okay. I do need to tackle this tier, but it's also yelling at me like I'm not. After this unlocked tier, it really does start to ramp up in difficulty. I wonder how much of a difference Chrysanthemum makes, if any, if having another tank. Because this is the biggest weakness of the bounty hunters, is there's 2 tanks. And I know some counters and some things don't need to have a tank, but I mean, there are occasions when it's just like, I need Bossk in 2 teams, and I can't put him in 2 teams, so what do? And Chrysanthemum is going to be with Jabba if you've got Jabba. So that's if they could fix one thing, getting us another bounty hunter tank would be awesome. I mean, and I don't know who. They have a lot of options. There's a ton of bounty hunters out there. Tons and tons of bounty hunters. They could make another one into a tank easy enough if they wanted to. But yeah, I haven't tried this in a while. Goddamn, guys, slow down. Yeah, maybe this is why. I probably did try it after I did the unlock. Oh, I'll see if I can get the next one. Then yeah, I need to get some more better mods, more GP, higher, some higher gear levels. I am surprisingly getting hung up on these more often than not. This seems to be the thing I'm always out of right now, which is nice. I mean, he needs it. He needs 40 of them right now just to go up to gear 9. But it's nice because I'm kind of starting to stockpile some stun guns and some Kairos and things like that. So it's not the worst thing in the world. But God, I hate slow days in this game. You know, where the day after GAC ended, Territory Wars is starting up, but, you know, TW is, you know, depending on where you're at, it's, you know, maybe 1, 2, 3 attacks right at the beginning, and then you're waiting maybe 30, 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half for a wall to drop, and then you're doing that rinse and repeat until it's done. Yeah, I really should, honest to God, just dive in and farm a couple hundred of those. Um, yeah, and I mean, I have game sound turned down to an extent, but yeah, it's just like fighting one in GAC when he's always going whenever Quadme goes, and then, you know, like he'll do a move and Padawan Obi-Wan will go and he'll go Padawan. It's like they go back and forth 4 times or so, and it's just, man, it is just a lot of the lightsaber turning on and off and on and off and on and off. I got TIE Defender up and running, kinda. I need to max out these abilities, especially this one, the Foresight one, so I can fuel the turn meter train for Chimera. But I have it unlocked, so I mean that's half the battle. So I'm looking forward to getting this thing going, and then I need to obviously improve her a little bit more. I did get her to gear 10 pretty easy. I wonder what the hang. It's probably in my Cairo. Yeah, I'm Cairo light here, I think. Yeah, I need 10 more of those. Yeah, she's a great character. I mean, it's definitely, I think in today's kind of state of the game, it's not bad. $20 for 10 Zetas. It's not great, but it's not bad. There's been a lot of weird little offers trickling through the store. I see, look, oh, we heard you need this. 400 for, if I had 3,200 crystals to spend, I would just snag this. I really would. I mean, look at all the characters that I have that are needing it right now. Pretty much the whole roster. Pretty much my entire roster. Yeah, and these are always needed. These are always needed. It's honestly, that's the 5 Omegas. It's the 5 Omegas that sell me on it. The all-arounder. Oh, yeah. This is a great one. I mean, energy. The energy alone is worth way more than what you're spending here. But, I mean, 35 of each Cairo is pretty awesome. Yeah, this is a pretty good bundle. This is a pretty good bundle. I might have to see if this is available on my main. Because, yeah, I could definitely use this energy. And with the bonus drops coming up here, is it tomorrow? I think they might start tomorrow. It's either tomorrow or the day after. Profundity or GL Leia? Well, you know, I think the good news. Oh, God damn it! I hate this. So there is some good news with all of that, with Profundity and GL Leia. Is you have, I think, a tiny amount of crossover with what you need. You get more with Jabba than you do with... That's the wrong ship. More with Jabba than you do with Leia. And more crossover with, like, JML right here. Yeah, this is my alt account. I'll be going to my main account here in a few minutes. Well, what's your biggest need? I guess are you what do you have unlocked for meta ships and GLs right now? Yeah. Let's take a peek. Let's take a peek. I've got like 10 minutes before I need to hop over to my main account, but we'll pull you up over there if we don't. You have Executor and three GLs. How you doing in Grand Arena? Are you having problems clearing enemy fleets? Like, are you taking Executor on offense? Jaja week. All right. Um, if fleets are the reason you're losing GACs, I would say you could probably make a strong case for going for the profundity. Um, but if you're winning GACs with your ships in place, I mean Leia, you can definitely make a strong case for Leia because she is an insanely problematic GL right now. She just keeps getting these datacrons that keep making her very, very, very hard to counter. Okay, and you're able to clear in, the other side's fleets without an issue. Then your Ewoks are. I mean, you've got your Ewoks in a decent spot. Like it wouldn't take much to get them going. And then you've got a 5-star, you've got a 7-star Outrider already. So that's one of the big things. Your Y wing's good to go. Um, I mean you have to put in a little work, obviously. I think this Y wing or this U wing or whatever it's called. I think it needs to come up a little bit, but I mean, ship wise, you're in pretty decent shape for like. I don't think looking at it, I don't think profundity would take you that long. Let's look at your Rogue One here because you do have those two big. Yeah, he's G12, but he's got to be R9, which is, I mean, that's a price. I mean, R9 any. Okay, cool. So ships aren't really a problem, but you're not that far off from profundity. The R9 is painful. I mean, any we R9s are becoming a thing now, and that's just something we kind of have to accept um, for requirements. It's R9s. So he's R9, he's R8 for requirements, and then what is she like R5, and he's like R3 or 5 or something like that. If I'm remembering right, it's been a while. I'm never gonna pretend to claim to memorize requirements. Why memorize something that you can just look up? Um, I assume your X wings. If you've got Cassian, you got this stuff ready to roll. You've got your ships are pretty. I think are probably all dialed in. Yeah, Bistan's 5. And then your dash, I think I saw was R5, so he's close. Um, I mean, uh, other than Rogue One, like you're in a decent spot. So you would mostly just have to focus Rogue One. It wouldn't take you. I mean, I don't know what your Relic 9 income is, like how much material like do you get from TW or anything like that, or if you don't mind spending money. Although they can have like jacked up the price on what a single R9 is going to cost you these days. But I did look at your Mon Mothma, but she's not a challenging farm, and R5 isn't a huge hurdle to overcome. If you feel like you can get these two done fairly quickly, the rest of it will fall into place. I mean, you 2 relic levels off from Dash. Yeah, it looks like I didn't see Hera either, but I mean, the Phoenix bundle comes out every so often, and that puts her right to R3. So, you drop $20. Yeah, signal data is a problem. It's you're kind of asking me to choose between two of my favorite kids because both of these things are Leia and Profundity are amazing. If I had to if you put a gun to my head and told me to make you pick one or the other, I would actually probably say Leia. Oh, Leia is pretty freaking strong, but I would probably say Leia. And the thing for me that's the tiebreaker between Leia and Profundity is, and it's not sitting here right now, but you get, just like with Jabba, when you unlock Jabba, you get access to Smuggler's Run 2. With Leia, you get access to a higher tier of Endor Escalation, which gives you Omicrons and lots of other stuff for being able to complete it. So that's one of those events that, yeah, it kind of sucks. You throw a lot of shit into her and getting her unlocked, but once she's unlocked, some of that starts coming back to you slowly. It's going to take a while to recoup it, but you'll start getting extra stuff. And Leia's Rex do absolutely bring you an optimal team. But, mostly the same with Profundity. Outrider especially. Outrider, Y-Wing, Millennium Falcon, Ghost, Phoenix. That's your Profundity team. But Leia does give you that extra tier in Endor Escalation, which it's nice. It's a lot of nice stuff that adds up, and it comes out. It's an every month thing. So you'll do it once a month, and you'll find yourself getting a few more of the materials that you need for other things. And Leia is going to be the longest project between the two. So, like I said, tiebreaker to me goes with who's going to get you more. And Leia is going to get you more just through that event. So that's my opinion. And you're still, if I remember, I can bring you back up again. I can actually do main stuff. I need to do my fleet on my main account, but I can do that on my iPad while we're talking. Let me just pull that up real quick, and I'll pull your account back up. Leia is amazing on defense. She's amazing on defense. She's one of those GLs that you can always, on my main, you're going to count on seeing her on defense, and she's always one of the ones that it's like, oh, God, you need a plan. You need a plan to deal with her. And your Executor is only 5 stars. So if you go to work on Profundity, it's going to take away materials that you need to finish your Executor. Yeah, Leia's an absolute beast. Leia's a beast. But you need to finish Executor before you even start to think about working on Profundity. So between that and the Endor Escalation, fucking go to Leia, dude. Just go straight for Leia. And then go to Profundity after. It's going to be one of those things. So if you go Leia, Profundity, Jabba, that is like boom, boom, boom. You'll be able to knock Leia out, knock Profundity out. You'll be able to go right to Jabba. I don't think you'll be unhappy with it. But that's my 2 cents. But yeah, you need to finish your Executor before you even start thinking about another ship. That's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But I'm a big proponent of, you have a work in progress still with your Executor. And anybody who's unlocked ships knows that the challenge with ships isn't necessarily the event. It isn't necessarily getting the requirements. It's this. You need thousands of these to max out any one ship. And if you're trying to max out 2 ships at a time, it's going to take forever. And yeah, dude, no, Leia is OP as fuck. I faced one yesterday morning in my GAC on my main account, and I opted to set it up for a 2-shot just to make it as painless as possible. I threw my Inquisitors at it to get rid of Drogon, and then I was like, let's get rid of Drogon. I'll be happy just getting rid of Drogon, and then we'll take my own Leia up against it in a mirror to finish it off. I got lucky and ended up getting R2 out as well, so it made the cleanup even easier. But yeah, she's a menace, and the current Datacron situation is, which is going to be completely different by the time you get around to having her. The Datacron situation is going to be crazy. It's always changing. Every 3 months, a set's going away and a new set's coming out. So it's not, the Datacron situation isn't really relevant to you, but here's the other thing. It's not super relevant to her. She's amazing with or without Datacrons. Now, her defensive viability can go up and down depending on Datacrons that might give a counter for hers an extra boost. Like when the Inquisitor Cron set was out, the mass attack level 6 or 9, I can't remember. It's been gone for 2 weeks and it's already out of my memory. But that mass attack assist thing that they had going on with that made it to where she could be countered in Grand Arena by Inquisitors, but then that went away, and we've got these tank crons and all this other stuff that can have wild amounts of defense. So yeah, she's nuts. She's nuts. She's one of those GLs that you'll need to have a plan for. Yeah, and you will absolutely not be unhappy having her. Like, no way will you be unhappy having her. And you need to finish Executor, which means you need to focus all your prestige on that as you're getting the stars to up the abilities. So, yeah, there's between that and Endor Escalation, go for Leia, bro. Go for Leia. That's one of those things. It's like, which awesome meal do you want to eat? You're going to be happy either way, but I think the meal that's going to benefit you the most is 100% Leia. 100%. Well, rough guess is we'll probably have a few trickle in and out of the game over the next couple of weeks anyways, but for sure, if you're looking to spend some money in the game, when the anniversary of the game rolls around in November, like right around American Thanksgiving should be the anniversary of the game, there will be insane bundles available there. You can almost guarantee it. We should see, my guess is they'll bring back all of the ones they've released prior, and probably throw some new ones out. So, you're looking at like 2 months. In 2 months, I think we'll have every single Lightspeed bundle when the anniversary is rolling. I think we'll have all of them in the game at that point. And yeah, and I think SOKR will roll back around. I think the Rey want to roll around. I think they'll bring Phoenix and Geos, and all of that stuff should all. If they don't do that on the anniversary, I think they're insane. I think that would just be an absolute dumb move, and I would anticipate them to have more bundles in the game or for the anniversary at that point. Would not shock me if they did like a Sith Eternal or a Jedi Master Luke bundle at that time. I wouldn't count on those being the $10 price point that Rey and SOKR were. But I think you can almost guarantee that they will put those bundles back in the store for the anniversary. But if you have a resource that helps you keep an eye out for data mines will usually be a pretty good indicator of when something's coming. And you like Arnold, whenever a Lightspeed bundle is coming, Arnold T101 on YouTube or Bit Dynasty or Scribe, any one of those guys, they keep up on the data mines. They'll usually catch it and do a video giving you a heads up. So, and then if they say something, I will repeat it, but also steer you in their direction because they usually do much more detailed videos. I'm not so much of a video producer as I am. Hey, let's just get on and play and talk and shoot the shit, you know. But yeah, I would. The latest I would expect to see those back again would be the anniversary of the game, which is again in about 2 months from now, sometime around American Thanksgiving. That's my guess. And even if they don't do bundles, which I mean, I'm having a hard time imagining them not doing bundles for that. There's always lots of other deals that they throw into the game. So, but they will. I can almost guarantee you there'll be the return of a bunch of Lightspeed bundles, if not all the previous ones, but probably some new ones for the anniversary. Because yeah, I'm on this account. If the second they bring the Ray and the SLKR ones back at that same price point, I'm buying the shit out of those for this account. Yeah. It's they do twice a year for May the 4th, and then for the anniversary of the game, they'll do lots of fun stuff for the player base. They'll give us a lot of free things. They'll have double drop events, and that'll come with bundles and things like that for cheaper prices. You know, one of the big things they'll do is they'll throw here into the store. There'll be a pack for 5,000 crystals. It's expensive, but it gets you a guaranteed character. There will be a group of like 30, 35, 40 characters, something like that, and you have an equal chance of pulling any one of them at 330 shards. So it's a fantastic value, especially if you don't have any of them. Like the last time they did that, I pulled Trip for Dr. Aphra, the C3PO looking bot 000. I pulled him. And I hadn't done hardly any farming for him, so that was fantastic. I tend to look at the bundles when they do those, and based on if I have a 50-50 chance or better of pulling a character I don't have, I will sometimes pull the trigger on it. But if the odds are lower than 50-50, I might not pull the trigger. It just depends. It's a lot of the times for me on my main account, it'll end up being a lot of shard shop currency. You know, which, you know, I have use for shard shop currency. Everybody does, but that's one of the bundles that they've always done for the player appreciation times, which is May the 4th and the anniversary of the game. But again, if they don't have the frickin', I'll be knocked on my ass if they don't have the Lightspeed bundles. I will be blown away. And no problem, Stay. It's absolutely my pleasure. That's why I'm here. I'm here to play the game and help out wherever I can. I'm not a master at the game by any means. I'm an experienced player. But, you know, if I don't know the answer to something, I have a lot of friends who probably will. So, yeah, we're more than happy to be a resource for you here. And I enjoy being a resource for people. I think it's when people are just starting their journey out into this game, it's hard for somebody who has been kind of not done with the game, but more or less in the end game of the game for a while to kind of relate to like, oh, what was it like when you had to make those decisions when you didn't have everything unlocked? Like, oh, what do I do? Where do I go? If I do this, I can't do that. You know, it's tough. It's very, very tough. And, you know, it would have been cool. It would have been nice for me back when I'd started to have somebody that I could have literally sat down and talked to and been like, hey, can you help me out? So, oh yeah, they do a ship one too, don't they? I've never bought the ship ones. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so like, oh, characters, but no ships. But yeah, it could end up like the one time I did it, I pulled Dark Trooper, who I already had at 7 stars. So I was like, eh. But it could literally be a requirement for a GL that you're working on. You know, it's a slot machine. It's 5,000 crystals. You know, it is what it is. But you're also not going to, short of free-to-play farming on these nodes where you're not spending crystals on refreshes and energy, it's the cheapest way to get a character at 330. Oh, that's right. They have done. See, and I forgot about that. They will have a shard shop currency one, too. I think there is a pack that you can get with crystals, and then one you can get with Shard Shop. It's our pleasure, Stay. It's our pleasure. It's hey, there's our brother Hap. How you doing, man? It's hey, it's our pleasure, Stay, and it's good to have you here, my friend. It's good to have you here. We appreciate you coming and interacting. Really do. It means a lot to me. I if you ask anybody who knows me in real life, talking to people is one of my favorite things in the world. So I love coming. I love when people that have never been in the channel show up, and I get to chit chat with new folks, and I love talking with all of our old friends. So you thinking we're gonna go south? Let's go take a look. Oh, we didn't fill. Fantastic. I don't even know if there's anything here I can kill. Maybe the Ewoks. It would be overkill, but I might be able to kill the Ewoks. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hmm. Did they put all their GLs up here? Well, there's Jedi Master Luke. Yeah, that's an absolute snacky snack for a Sith Eternal or an SLKR or well, gosh, almost any GL really. Hey, some Poggle That's always somebody's doing some thinking at least for TW. Yeah, I don't know. I'll circle back around later for some attacks on this wall. Well, so also Stay. I don't know if you're going to hang out or if you've left the stream already, but I stream pretty much every day of the week. So I'm always here if you have questions. You can also feel free to send a private message or whatever if you don't catch me online to ask, and I'll get back to you as soon as I see it. So yeah, I'm always here. Be the odd day, usually like Sundays or whatever, I might take off, but yeah, I'm usually streaming every day. I've got about an hour or so before the little kid gets home. And since we're going to hold off attacking here, I want to wait until they knock a wall down. I could maybe take a team, but I think I'd be able to do a lot more. How much longer till this is done? This should be ending. Yeah, this ends today. Sweet. So we'll head to my main account. We'll get ready to attack over there. Hopefully I can get a couple of good turns in. So yeah, all the technical difficulties we were having yesterday, I just did a reset of, of the whole thing, which I hadn't done in a while. I hadn't shut down my computer to restart, so I probably had like an update sitting in the queue that was needing to be applied and hadn't been, but that solved all the issues. That's solved. Now if I could just solve the issue of finding a comfortable seat cushion. Because this chair is great. It's what I wanted. It's nice. It's big. It's supportive. I don't feel cramped. Like my legs aren't falling asleep or anything like that. But gosh damn, my ass hurts. Yeah, they're definitely selling us some energy bundles right now. Definitely selling us some good energy bundles. Yeah, there was one that I saw. And there's more energy. There was it was only on my new account. It was it was like a large galactic upgrade bundle, and it had like 800 cantina and then like 1,000 of everything else for like $18. Well, hello, Sapa. You got your portrait? You got your portrait, buddy? Nice. Congrats, buddy. Congrats. It's almost a cheat code putting Malikos on this team with her. Yeah, I'll give you a look, buddy. Give you a look. So I had to do something yesterday. Oh, I didn't have to. I volunteered to do it. And actually, it's really, really funny. Because I think it was you, Graxy, that brought it up as something I should do. But our TB officer put out a call and put out a list, asked for volunteers for upgrades so we can start pushing our star count. And you remember we fought Leia yesterday morning in GAC. And, you know, we killed off Drogon, we killed off R2, and then Grand Inquisitor died. And then I think it was you, Graxy, it was you or Hap. Somebody said, if only you had an R9 Grand Inquisitor. Well, now I have an R9 Grand Inquisitor. Yep. Well, there it is. We needed two for TB. So now I have an R9 Grand Inquisitor. Isn't that something? I'm not unhappy about it. He's with Riva. He's a fantastic character. But yeah, that giftable one is like what 500 of each for $10 or whatever. I think we're gonna be passing out a lot of those in my guild. And then these are interesting. Like if you've unlocked Shin, but you don't have these guys, they're giving you little bundles to get her a little very temporary team. I think we're less than a month away from Balin. Yeah, that's a great deal. That's a great deal. I think we're gonna be passing the. Yeah, they always put. Just why? Why do they put these amazing bundles that are only in the frickin' gifting area? And then why doesn't the PC client have a gifting area? Have you noticed that? Like it's only on the tablets. Like I don't have gifting here. I mean, it's not a big deal for me that they're only in the giftables because my guild, we constantly have people, hey, if I buy this for you, will you buy it for me? And, we haven't had one time, not one person has screwed the other individual. No, I think it's generally released. I think it's in its because I they did didn't they give out a bunch of stuff? I think it's generally available to everybody. Yeah, but the fact that the gifts tab isn't a thing is kind of nuts. What are we looking at? Okay, we got a full wall of Plo Kool with JMK. Adorable. And a Jabba wall. Also adorable. All right, well, let's see what the bosses want us to do. But we'll go work on Shin. And by work on I mean just kind of easy our way through this, but getting the rewards. Oh, you won your GAC? Good job. Attaboy. You did deserve it. You absolutely deserved it. Yeah, I am very very glad they gave Treya that Omicron to at least make her amazing in GAC because lore wise she's insanely strong. Lore wise she's absolutely freaking nuts, and yeah, she definitely deserves to be a kind of a premium character in this game for abilities. But also, short of reworking kits, which they don't do incredibly often. The only way they're going to really bulk somebody up is with an Omicron. Oh, that's awesome, dude. It doesn't it doesn't get talked about very much in the game, but I think you just put a nice thing out there, and I did the same thing yesterday with looking at a tough team. When I'm talking about that Leia, where it's like there's might not always be a one perfect team that's going to be able to handle the whole thing for you. So I mean, realistically, looking at two shots, I think is something that doesn't get talked about enough in the game, and definitely something people I think need to keep in mind a little bit more is that sometimes a two shot needs to be your plan. Like hope for the one shot, of course. Like hope that hey, maybe this will work out perfectly and it won't be a problem. But I think people need to plan for two shots a little more often. Yeah, I mean, but still, like if I had tried the one perfect team against Leia, I think I would have lost. I spent a lot of time this morning actually playing MSF. I've been doing that Omega Tower thing. I might be stuck now though on I'm at a floor where I have to use Cabal and like there's my buddy Timmy. Thank you for the sub, buddy. I appreciate you. Onion Knight is a IRL friend. We went through hell together, and by that I mean we worked overnights at Walmart in a college town, which is about as close to hell as you can get on Earth. GG is updated for last week. Yeah, so this week's stuff won't be in it, but last week's data is in there for sure. But oh wait, hold on. Yeah, yeah. The round. So yeah, actually, the round that we just finished playing should be in there. It should be in there. You know what? That reminds me. I need to. Well, I won't. I won't do it now. I need to. I need to subscribe to that GAC Insights thing that they do. It's whenever I walk away from this and I get focused on other stuff and with the kid and life and everything like that. It's never on my mind, and then I sit down to use it and I'm like, oh God, I need to do it, but I need to remember to hop over and get signed up for that. And I think there's a lot of value if you're in an upper Kyber tier where there's varied datacrons with varied success. I think it's a very important tool. Still kind of waiting on the bosses to give us oh wait, maybe. Oh, nope. Still waiting. Oh, gotcha. But yeah, it should be updated. It should be updated. Timmy with the hippie. What are you playing these days, Timmy? What's getting your attention? When I'm not on here doing this stuff, I've been playing a lot of Space Marine 2 and having a good time with that. God, I really hope. Sometimes my guild is like right off the bat, like, hey, get after it. Let's do this. And sometimes it takes an hour. Well, I've got about 35, 40 minutes before I need to welcome the little boy home from school. So I'm hoping they don't take that long. Oh, I do have one more raid attempt. But oh God, I'm so unmotivated. Like I do all my four good teams, and then it's like I have a leftover team to worry about. And I decided to make my main teams even better. So like I took Cam away from these guys, which normally I would not, just because he's going to help these guys get a good score. But I'm just so unmotivated to do these lower ones. And then I bounce back and forth. Do I want to use these droids? Because Stap's a hero unit, or do I want to use the Kelleran? Oh, dude, I'm sorry, Sopper. I completely slipped my old ass mind. By the way, how do you like my haircut, Sopper? See? I'm still bald as fuck, but it's a little more clean than it was before. I actually need to. I have a razor to take the rest of the little bits off. Oh well, that's. I mean, as long as you're. It is a fun game. It's a little. It's. They need to do a lot of balancing issues. Um, like the enemy units are bullet sponges and they don't give you that much ammo, so it's like a constant struggle with like you need to kill shit, but you're always out of ammo, and so you're having to go into melee, which is very very dangerous. So I'm anxiously awaiting their first balance pass at the game. Yeah, that was the first game. That's the first new game I've purchased in a while. Like I wanted to try Star Wars Outlaws, but I didn't want to fork out the money for an Ubisoft product because their consistency has been pretty horrible the last couple of years, like with putting out quality games. So I did the Ubisoft Plus and downloaded it through that and tried it out and didn't like it and walked away from it. But then, yeah, most of my other stuff is either through Game Pass or, free to play stuff like this, that's just accessible to everybody. I really wish I could get him hitting harder than he can. I've done all sorts of mod sets on him, and I can't get his offense. I can get it barely over 8K at the highest, but if he could hit as hard as some other units, like he would just lay waste to waves. Actually, been thinking about trying a crit set on him for this to see if I can get enough crit chance and crit damage to help clear some waves faster. Oh, is the new Zelda out on Thursday? Is that the one where you actually play as Zelda? Yeah, that looked cool. My kid has a Switch. I could definitely install it on that and give it a try. Although lately, so when he wants to play a video game, he wants to like whenever I turn on my Xbox, he wants me to put on Grand Theft Auto online for him and then give him the controller. He just loves running around and he likes finding ladders and exploring and climbing to tall things. Like there's a crane right across from the arcade property I own in GTA Online, and he'll run out and climb it all the way to the top and then just jump off and die and then rinse and repeat. He just thinks it's great. And I showed him. I took him over to the tall building that's been under construction in GTA for like 20 years, and got him to the top of that, and he started having fun climbing and jumping off of that. But he actually, I was hopping on to play Space Marine and didn't give him the controller last night. He threw a fit. He was so mad. He was so mad. Really hope they give us another separatist droid unit at some point. It'd be nice to have one of like the commando droids or the command. You know the guys I'm talking about, the command bots or whatever. Like the tactical droids, I think is what they're called. It'd be cool to have one of those in the game. Because I like B1. B1 works great in a Grievous team, but like in this raid, ever since they fixed his little bug, he's just not that great. It'd be cool to have another option. Or even the super battle droids, the ones with the missile launchers and stuff on their shoulders. Uh-oh. My wife's yelling about something. Honey, are you okay? She's also can't hear a word I'm saying. Or she's ignoring me. Yeah, we do need more separatist leaders. And, I mean, Newt's fine as a separatist leader. Obviously, Dooku and whatever, but, yeah. Having some more options would be amazing. Okay, hang on one second. I think she has her headphones on, and that's why she can't hear me. And here's where I text her. Okay, we'll see if we get an answer. What's Stranger of Paradise? I've never heard of it. Is that the title of the Zelda game? Or is that something different? Because that's not ringing a bell. Final Fantasy Dark Souls. Ooh, I dig. Well, after Elden Ring, I'm curious where FromSoft is going to go next. I would like them to release another game like Sekiro. I really, 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 really loved Sekiro. And we all know, like, in Elden Ring 2 is likely, but it's likely going to be a long time before it comes out, even if it is in the works. But a Sekiro possibly could come out in the next year or so. And I don't know if they're ever going to... It's the FF1 story pre-FF1. Oh, that's freaking cool. Team Ninja does good fucking stuff, man. There's so many properties that, like 10 years ago, were still very, very relevant that have just fallen off. Like I would like them to get back to Ninja Gaiden games, like the Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3 that came out after that. Those games are 20 or more years old now at this point, but 15 to 20, somewhere in there. But God, those games were amazing. I really want a fucking BioShock game again. Like, that has been, 10, 11 years since BioShock Infinite? Like, that's just not acceptable. We need a new BioShock game. And even though the Borderlands movie was what's this game? A Zurich? A Zurich. That is not familiar. Okay, I don't think my wife answered my text. She did not. And she's still yelling and making noise. I probably need to do the good husband thing. Go and investigate. So give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to just turn this on auto for the last couple of seconds. Okay. So my wife is okay. Her explanation was she is annoyed, and she started listening to very angryish death metal music, and it put her in the mood to kill everybody. So if something happens to me, if you never see me again after this stream, just call the police, please. Avenge me. Do something. There is a huge part of me that wants to submit this fucking score just to be done. But you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and, let's discard and exit. I kind of just for funsies, I want to throw a crit set onto B2. All right, let's filter for... Okay. All right. I'll put it in the will that it goes to Grax. Find Grax on Twitch. He'll know what to do. He knows what to do. God, all of these are equally shitty, so it doesn't probably really matter. God, look at that. Even with all that, we only got him to 70% crit chance. I mean, he's a little faster now. Yeah, I just don't think this guy's built. I mean, he's a tank, let's be fair, but. Important PSA. Arnold just put out, Arnold T101, the Emperor himself, just put out a important do not spend crystals warning. So I'll be checking that out on my own time. Still waiting. Oh, wait, hang on. Here we go. Okay, well, first, before we do anything, we need to find our good buddy. There he is. Look at that beautiful portrait. All right, Timmy, take care of yourself, buddy. Appreciate you stopping by. You're the best, man. Take care of yourself. Don't be such a stranger, man. It's about that level 90 nonsense. It is a beautiful portrait. I actually just got done doing a rewatch of Ahsoka. You know, unlocking these characters and getting ready for Balin kind of put me in the mood to watch it. I mean, as I've been through it already with Marvel Strike Force, where we were level 80 or 85 when I started the game, and then it's gone up to 100 since then. But they are way more expensive to level than this game is. So character-wise, I'm not super worried about it. Account-wise, I mean, who knows how long it'll take, if they'll give us more, you know, and quests and things like this to get us XP. I mean, I think they should leave well enough alone. If they want to add power levels, just add more relics, add other things. Like, they don't need to make everybody grind. Although I guess it wouldn't be the first time they've made people grind for new levels in this. This game wasn't level 85 when it launched, right? Cuz I mean, I didn't play on launch. $60 or $65, yeah. So they've done it before, but it's been a long time. There were not. There were not, and that that is 100% an issue. That they need to consider. All right, and that's how we do that. Let's see. Well, there's not something you see every day. Get yourself a little Gamorrean guard action. Yeah, this isn't OP at all, by the by. Yeah, let's see how our walls are doing. All right, not doing bad. Not doing bad. Apparently, the bonus drops are a bit. Oh, because they've started for people who are overseas. I mean, I'm not shocked. Around 1 per 100 energy. Wow. I mean, that's beyond abysmal. That's insanely low. Okay, what else can we do? Hmm. Let's see if we can do one more real quick. Well, that's a candidate. That's possible. Maybe. The boba makes me a little uneasy. That's a decent amount of defense. Oh, and there's one with no data crown whatsoever. 1 to 100 energy. I mean, I hope that that's just an anomaly. I guess we'll all find out starting tomorrow, but well, I hope your search went well. What time is it? Ooh. Let's see if I can find. Mm, that grit cron could be an issue. I forgot Gomorian Guard had an R9 in the current sets, but there it is. Hmm. Oh well, I mean, if Egnard's friend of the channel, by the way, Egnard's absolutely good dude. He's the math guy in Galaxy Heroes. If you have a math issue, either he's already solved it or he'll be able to. So 14,784 energy. So like if they're going for Zetas, for example, then ooh. Oh. Oh. man, that's freaking harsh. Um, hmm. I'm a little hesitant to try this, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And then we got to wrap up the stream because the boy will be home very, very soon. You know, well, okay. So here's an issue I have just right off the get go with any potential increases to level 90 that they may or may not make. How far back retroactively are they going to go with hyperdrive bundles? Are they going to look at people who have bought hyperdrive bundles recently and be like, well, we're going to just bump you up to 90? Like, that's my issue with it. There's no easy or convenient time or way or place for them to tear that band-aid off. So, but it's also not unheard of for them to be like, oh, well, if you hit this within this time frame, then yeah, you'll get to, we'll bump you up. I mean, that's not an unheard of thing for them. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely going to. I mean, obviously, you'll see GLs and ship captains will obviously get bumped up very quick for end game players, and then for people who have brand new accounts, how's that going to be for them? Well, we pulled it off. Yeah. But so for also an account like mine, and here's where we'll wrap up. This is about perfect timing. So you look at an account like mine. I don't have much in the way to level up. I don't even know if I have a character that's not sitting at 85. I do. Young Han Solo, perfect. This is a perfect example. So for me to take him to level 85 would cost me 6,269,655 credits, of which I have 458 million. So this is not even it's not even a thing to me. This is a problem even for me. I've only got 681 four dots, but I've been leveling up a lot of the marquee characters lately. But I've got a solid amount of everything else. I know a lot of players are sitting on piles like this and piles of this, but how pissed are our players going to be that we've got a new GL coming that needs all of this. We have legendary Balin Skull coming, who's going to need all of this and all of this. And you're going to put those end game players, those Krakens, those whales, into a position where this is potentially going to be a problem. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is I think it's impractical. This will look okay. So I level up him. It's more or less taking away. We're just going to say 20% of my total of this. So that means I can do 4 more characters just using these plus these to supplement. So these will be gone in no time. I won't even get through half my GLs with this. Then how long is this going to last? And then how long is this going to last? And then how long is this going to last? And then how long is this going to last? And then how long is that going to last? I don't think so. Because Feel the Force level 85 is a requirement. And it's done. So she's not locked behind 90. I mean, they would have to change it. They would have to change it right now, pretty soon, because I mean, that's like a bait and switch. They have to be careful. They would have to be careful about this. Well, the 16 to 18 became good because the level 90 brought the gear 19 into the game, and that's why this stuff got cheaper. So Marvel Strike Force operates differently than these guys do. What makes a previous gear level cheaper in this game is when they release a new relic level. So if they put out Relic 10, your Relic 8s and 9s are going to become much, much easier to get. Um, but yeah, considering this is already in the game, preloaded level 85, and anybody who's opened this that's level 85 has got this check mark. I don't see this changing. And honest to God, I don't see level 90 becoming a thing. I really don't. I think they'll do Relic 10 before they do level 90. They'll do Relic 10 before they do level 90, and that's just as good as level 90. That's still, if you're wanting to separate or give players a way to separate from other players. And what's going to make you more money? You think people are going to wail on training droids, or are people going to wail on relic materials? Oh, we can be at level 85 forever. There's nothing saying we can't be. We've been at level 85 for 5 years in this game, at least 5 years. This is how you create the separation with people. People will spend a shit ton of money to unlock as many of these as they can day one. You think people are going to wail on training droids and credits? Probably not. And that's probably what's going to be the ultimate deciding factor with CG, is they're going to look at what's going to make them the most money. It's just hidden. I see, and I never saw that, and I know there's reports.
Honey, I'm just running around.
I mean, I don't know. Dog. Teddy. Teddy. She's just gonna go get the mail, buddy. I mean, maybe that would be cool. If they did Relic 9, or if they did level 90 and they made it cheap. Like, so following the new player experience that they launched, which is like, oh, hey, we're looking to improve the experience getting to the max level so you can unlock access everything to the game. If they made it cheap and easy, well, I don't know about cheap and easy because I don't know. There's no easy way to do it, because what's the point of level 90? I guess is where I'm struggling. What does level 90 get you? That it gets you more stats, sure, gets you more base stats, but it doesn't give you that much of anything else. You know, I don't know, but I think they understand that they run the risk of alienating a certain group of people. When there's other ways that they can give character separation to accounts. Yeah, I mean, so, your daily activities that populate right here will all give you account XP and whatnot, but... And then, as you get your account XP, so say, it takes you 2 days or whatever to get to level 86. Cool. Then you'll go through here and you'll level up all these guys to 86. You'll do your GLs, you'll do your pilots, you'll do your ship captains and whatever. And then, that's how I would do it. If they say level 90 is a thing, I would just, as soon as I get a level, I would bump up every important character, which again is GLs and pilots. And then not touch anybody else until they're all done. And you see, and he's not wrong. When I hit level 85 on my new player experience, I still had hundreds of thousands of XP in quests that I could do that went away because, well, they didn't go away, but I couldn't get experience for them anymore. So all that experience is gone. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what they do. It'll either happen or it won't, and then, people will react. I'm sure they'll give notice, but I mean, imagine that your next horde has got to be. Yeah, and maybe they will. Maybe they'll add more Cantina nodes. Maybe they'll add a level 9 that you'll get to go through and unlock and get bonus XP and more light side and dark side, more mod challenges. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not excited about the prospect, but I'm also not ready to declare doom and gloom on anything just yet. You know, regardless, if it happens, it happens. I'm personally going to deal with it because I'm so invested, especially, like, I'm not going to walk away when I'm literally halfway done with GL Tano. I'm not going to walk away. That would be dumb on my part. Am I excited about the prospect of level 90? No, I am not. But we'll have to see what happens, guys. We'll have to see what happens. But, you know, don't hit the panic button until there was a reason to hit the panic button. That's my big piece of advice, and it applies to lots of places in life, and especially applicable to Galaxy Heroes. But we're going to have a little kid walking through the door here any minute. Oh, yeah, people were. That was a big thing last year. 7.mods. That was the big rumor. Relic 10 and 7.mods. Nihilist capital ships. There's always rumors. You know, and half of them maybe turn out to be true. The data mines have been getting a lot more things right than wrong lately. So, I mean, if level 90 is going to be a thing, we'll have the data mine. I think Dengar's ship is going to be the new conquest unit. I don't think it's coming out till next year. Unless that's why they're giving us this weird chase that they're giving us now for the bonus drops, is to try to get everybody to spend all their stuff. Between Balin coming and Tano coming, they're going to throw a ship chase in on top of it all. It's going to be a lot of resources people are going to burn. But I personally think Dengar is going to be the ship is going to be the new conquest unit, because they, you know, that used to be the thing, is it was one ship, 3 characters every year when they launched Conquest, and they went away from it this past year. So maybe they'll get back to basics, but no, I understand. I understand that there's something in the game, but it's not live and active. There's a lot of files that are in the game that you can see if you dive into it, but they've been sitting there for years. I don't know. I know it's a topic for discussion, but I'm also not going to panic, and I'm also, if level 90 turns out to be true, you know, you have your choices. You either keep playing or you quit, you know? And there's, as much as I don't want to deal with a level 90 thing on top of everything else we're dealing with right now, I'll deal with it, you know? Because if you don't, you quit, you know? Those are your choices. Those are your choices. But I'm also wondering if, I mean, CG's paying attention to all of this, everything that every streamer that matters is saying about level 90. It could be sitting in the game waiting to be turned on, and then they never turn it on because the pushback they're getting about it is too negative. Yeah, but I can't level up, so I'm never going to see it. So that's why, you know, to me, yes, it's not a thing because it's not in my face. I'm not leveling up, so, you know, I'm not going to see it. I don't doubt that it's there. People have seen plenty of weird things glitch into the game during loading screens or whatever. Like, this is not a new thing. And some of them turn out to be things that are actually in the game, and some of them we still haven't gotten an answer on. You know, Arnold has made multiple videos about, if you do this and you look right when the screen is transitioning, boom, you can see this, like a pack or something weird will be in like the transition flash, like when you're going from here, like right when it's popping into the load, there'll be something that'll show up. And he's got a lot of videos with snippets like that. And some things have turned out to actually be things, and other things have turned out to be nothing. So well, I mean, I could also probably do a Google search or hop onto the Arnold video and see it. I'm not, you know, it's just, there's nothing I can do about it. This is one of those things that I can't control, you know. I don't want to deal with level 90 right now, but if they put it out, they put it out, and I'll deal with it, you know. It is what it is. Are you buying us a $4 million house in Vermont, honey?
I read it wrong.
Did you think it was Virginia? Virginia is VA. Vermont is VT. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but like you hop into here. Oh, that might have been one of them. Like there was a weird R10 thing. Yeah, there's been weird little things and nothing has come of them. But if they give us level 90, I mean everybody in the game will have to deal with it. You know, it's just it would soften the blow if they gave us something cool to go alongside of it. Like yes, we're making you go to level 90, but here's why it matters. Here's why it's important. Here's why you'll like it. And who knows, maybe it'll open up a whole new world of activities along with it, you know, which would not be a bad thing. I know that there are times when, like today, I was like, well, what are we going to do? What am I going to stream? What am I going to show? And as it turns out, everything was fine. But wouldn't it be great to always know you could load into the game and have something to do? All right, Sam's home. If you couldn't tell from the dog. Okay, now that he's calmed down. Yeah, we'll do a proper wrap up. It's no big deal. My wife's grabbing him off the bus. It's fine. I mean, Galaxy Heroes doesn't give a shit about Strike Force. I don't know if Strike Force is their number one competitor, but I'm sure they're up there. Yeah, Galaxy Heroes doesn't care. Galaxy Heroes is on their own course and Strike Force is on theirs, but yeah, all right. My little kid is officially in the house and already annoyed at the dog. It's been 5 seconds and the dog has already ticked him off. So yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for these events that they keep doing that are giving decent gold rewards in Marvel Strike Force, I wouldn't have any gold. I'm sitting on a decent pile of training materials right now, but gold, I'm okay, but like all it's gonna take is me needing to like upgrade a couple of characters, and I'm gonna have no gold. And like I got two mega gold orbs from a milestone, one of the Alliance milestones, maybe the other day, and it translated to like I think 2.3 million gold. I'm sorry. The mega gold orbs, the 1 million should not be the baseline. The baseline should be like 2 to 5. Yeah, mine 100. I went from having all the gold in the world and no training materials to all the training materials in the world and running low on gold. It's a constant cycle in that game, and I guarantee you a month from now it'll probably be reversed. It's just the way that game goes. There's never a happy balance. There's never a happy medium because that game, you are always working on or towards new characters. It's just the nature of that game is their release pace is you are more or less getting a new character every week in one fashion or another. They're releasing a new character, whether it's accessible to you or not without spending real money is a completely different matter. But there's typically one new character every week of every month, 56 new characters, whatever. It's a lot. And it's never ending. Unless you are one of those mega spenders and you're just buying the characters and calling it a day. Which at that point, probably pretty easy to get ahead of the curve when it says, hey, once a week, I got to spend $50 to buy the character, blah, blah, blah. It's over and done with. Cool. But that adds up. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of real life money. Not even fancy fake video game money, but real actual pocket money, folding money, whatever you want to call it. But all right, level 90s and horrible event drop rates aside, kids, had a great time with you guys as always. We don't know what's coming in the future for any of our beloved games, including this one. But what I do know is when it comes, we'll face it together. I'll be here with you guys, and we'll hopefully get through any challenges that come our way, side by side and together. And hopefully they're not as insurmountable in reality as we're making them maybe seem in our heads. We'll just keep trucking along. Because your other choice is quit. And I ain't going to quit this game. This game's going to have to quit me. So, tomorrow will probably be more of this while we're waiting for GAC to kick off. And then, of course, we will also do our own analysis of the drops and see how we're doing. Conquest is 5 days, 22 hours away. And then I suspect next Monday we will get Marok's kit reveal. Probably be a puzzle this weekend. Wouldn't shock me. Also, if it's not Marok, I'm not going to be shocked, but I have a feeling it's going to be Marok because I think we're going to be in the Balin event here in the next couple of weeks. That's my guess. It's just my guess. It's just my opinion. Only basing it off of really one thing, and that's this. That's this right here. This is a big indicator that we're getting close. But if it turns out that they're going to give us Hu Yang or a new Sabine here in a week, fantastic. We'll take that too. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same Twitch channel. Streaming for Sammy. You'll find me on YouTube. You'll find me here on Twitch, of course. You'll find me on Twitter or X or whatever the hell Elon's calling it today. Like, follow, subscribe, spread the word. Love having you here. Love having good, lively conversations. Love debate. Love theory crafting. Love tinfoil hatting. I love conspiracy theories. And rumors and whispers. I love it. I love it. I love it. And also, remember what I said earlier. If I stop showing up, my wife killed me because she listened to death metal and got in the mood. So, if that... if that happens, avenge me. Avenge me. All right, guys. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.